everybody. I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're going to check out Verdant.
Yeah, let's kill some plants.
What?
Oh wait, we're gonna grow some plants. I'm terrible with plants. I'm not much of a gardener.
You're not a green thumb. You're not a green thumb.
No.
They just die. Yeah.
No. Well, I don't even know whether I would be a.
He's good at keeping the weeds very high in the backyard.
Yes.
How about that?
No, I mow. I do actually mow.
That's true.
But that's all I know how to do. I mean, it's like, they say, hey, plant some plants and throw some flowers and make it look pretty. I got no idea how to do any of that. Oh, hi. Someone hi. So yeah, I don't know how to take care of plants at all. Luckily, this is going to be a game where we are decorating a big room in our house. A 5-card by 3-card room in the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. This is actually going to Kickstarter on Tuesday.
Yeah.
September 14th.
Yeah.
So.
And it's important to mention that because you might be watching this ahead of and behind this time.
If you like
if you're
what
watching
you see,
it ahead of this time,
go follow
tell us how
Flat
we
Out
did.
Games.
So yeah, Flat Out Games, and it plays. How many does this play?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. See, another
Much
game
like,
where they don't put it on the side. I gotta go to the bottom.
Much like Calico and Cascadia, there's a lot of overlapping things that you might see here.
Yep.
So it falls really right in line with what their brand of Flat Out Games, what they're producing with their games. So if you like those games, I'm pretty confident that you'll like this game as well.
Absolutely. Now, granted, this is a prototype, and I'm sure a lot of the art and graphic design is not yet finalized, but there's a lot of good to see here. I think all of the plants are very, and it's going to be really hard to show on the green screen. I'm sure.
They're all
Let me
going
show
to be
this
green.
dark green. The dark green, it does show up. I mean,
a little bit.
the art for the plants is really good.
It's nice.
I think.
It's best sellable because
you can really tell what something is.
Oh, just so everybody knows, there is a calico cat on the cover.
Yeah, there is actually
a
calico cat
on the cover. So everybody who didn't like that calico didn't have a calico cat on the front.
No.
Well, now
Verdant has it. So
she's making up for it, right?
That's right. So anyway, these little bits are they're wooden bits, and they're nice and green. You really can't see either the dark one or the light one very well, but you can tell that you can tell that the wood has really good detail in it. Yeah. Not sure whether the final one will have cardboard or wooden. My one complaint with any of the graphic design are the green thumb tokens. Now you won't be able to see the green around this, so you really can't tell. Go ahead and go to the overhead. These green thumb tokens, you could probably see on here a lot better than on the overhead. It looks like a muddled mess. And I don't think it's the problem of having 3 different skin tones on there. It just looks like a green and brown muddy mess. With all of the dirt tones all around. It actually looks a lot better on the overhead because it doesn't have the green around it. Everything looks a whole lot better. Look at that. It looks so much better on the overhead than it does on here.
Yeah. Because
of I think it would have been better had the thumbs just been green. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
But like when I first got these, I was like, what is it trying to be? And there's little yellow lines coming from the thumb, the actual thumb, and it's not as nice as what they have on these detailed plant tokens here, these verdancy tokens. I think if there's any one thing that I would improve, it's how to make these look like actual thumb. It'd even be better if they weren't green at all and it just had the 3 skin tone colors just as thumbs, because you can't see anything with the orange color and the green color just doesn't quite go together. The orangish beigeish color, it just
That's fine.
muddies
We
everything
can
together.
let them know, and then you know that's the best we can do.
But
it is
and like I say, this
prototype,
is
so...
all prototype, so we don't know how this is going to be. However, all of the graphic design on here, everything looks clear. With regards to the different colors, there are 4 different colors. I got to make sure to keep them in this order. There are 4 different colors, and wow, they pop really well on this overhead here.
There's 5 colors, but yeah.
Where's the dark blue one, the dark blue purple one. There it is. All 5 of the colors have a different wallpaper type, so to speak. So if there's any color blindness, you can easily tell what it belongs to. And then the tokens that match it will actually match the wallpapering. So look when you put the token on, it actually fits in the grid where it belongs. So there's really no guesswork. Hey, does this match or not? So to me, I think that really, I don't suffer from color blindness, but one of our game designers does, and so I do appreciate when games still have vibrant colors, yet account for the color blindness issue.
That's some nice wallpaper.
That's some nice wallpaper. It is some nice wallpaper. So in the game, we have got all of our plant cards and our room cards, and we deal out a line of 4 with a token in the middle of the plants and the rooms. We will only have a certain number of these concrete planters. In a 2-player game, you're going to have 3 of each type, and these big ones are going to be worth 3 points each. See that magic trick? That's pretty cool. The medium-sized ones will be worth 2 points each. The little square concrete ones will be worth 1 point apiece. 1 point apiece. And then the terracotta ones will not be worth any extra points, except you'll know that the plant is finished growing. How do you know when a plant's finished growing? Well, it gets enough of these verdancy tokens on them. Each plant has a number in the upper corner, and when it has that many tokens on it, yay, the plant has reached full growth, and it will score a number of victory points equal to the number inside the sun. You notice it's worth 7. It's not always the same as the verdancy number. A lot of times it is, but it's not always. Like this is 5 and 5. This is 7 verdancy, but 8 victory points. 4 verdancy, but only 3 victory points. So it's not always a 1-for-1 sort of thing. In order to get verdancy, you have to be able to place it in the right sunlight. Notice each of these rooms has a different level of sunlight. Well, if I put this angel wing begonia here, well, this is good in bright light or half light or low light. Or, so it will flourish no matter where I place this in relation to the card. So anywhere in this room, this angel wing begonia is going to thrive. And when I place other room cards around it, it will continue to gain verdancy. Every room card that I place next to it is going to add 1 more verdancy. If I had already had 2 room cards down when I place this begonia, it's going to immediately get the 2 verdancy from the 2 rooms next to it. And so that's how you do it. Anytime you add a room, you add verdancy to the plants around it. Anytime you add a plant, you're going to take into account all the rooms that are already next to it. So it doesn't matter when you place it, you're going to get the verdancy on there one way or the other.
You have to play them checkerboard.
You will have to play them all checkerboard. You cannot play 2 plants next to each other. You cannot play 2 rooms next to each other. You must always play your plants and your rooms in a checkerboard pattern. So if for some reason I were to play this coin plant in the room, I would want to put it on the side that gets medium light. Now, not all of these rooms are the same. Like this one has these have two of the bright sunlight. This has two bright sunlight on a different axis. This has two medium lights. And this also has two medium lights. Steph has two dark ones. So it's not always the same color that does it, because Steph has two darks here. This other blue room is two mediums. So it's not always the same with every one of those room cards. Anyway, on a player's turn. So Steph is first. So she gets none of these green thumbs. I start out with two of them. So you can have a maximum of 5. You've got 1 spot to store items. And if you are to go over 5 green thumbs, you need to spend down to get underneath the maximum. Steph is going to be the first player. She is going to take one of these tokens and then either the plant or the room card that accompanies it. Whichever one she doesn't take. Let's say she went ahead and took the yellow token and the yellow room card, which is going to be good. You want to try to match up the items with the rooms, but you also want to try to match up the rooms next to the matching color plant. When you place in your room, you're going to have to place next to an existing thing. So she could place on any side of this plant. You're in a good position here with a light blue plant and a light blue
I think it's obvious what my first play is.
I mean, this seems really, that seems really good. So if you were to do that, you would then take this, place this next to one of the rooms, and then you may place the parrot in. Why would you not?
I would.
You would totally want to do that.
That's my first play.
So any of these that have the room colors on them are called items. Even if it is an animal, it is also an item. So you can have this small friend here, this small friend parrot, and that is going to be considered one of the items. The larger variety of items you have, the better your score is going to be at the end of the game. You can also take one of these green tokens, and that will let you take nurture actions. For example, if you have fertilizer, you can add up to 3 verdancy tokens to one plant. Or you could get a little hand trowel, adding 1 verdancy on up to 3 plants. Or you can get this watering can, which will add 1 verdancy for every plant around a room. If you don't want to use it immediately, you can store it, but you're limited to storing the 1 item that you can on your item storage. So she's going to take it, and then we're going to refill. She's going to take those. We're going to refill from the bag. The game does come with, I put it under the rules. It does come with this handy dandy bag full of item tokens. And then we will color up the card that was not taken. So if she decided to take the plant, this room card would get a green thumb token on it. Good night, Bones John.
Bye.
So, then she would go, at any time on her turn, we can spend 2 green thumb tokens to do a green thumb action. What can you do? Well, you can wipe any number of tokens from the market and refill. Or you can draft any card and any token, meaning she could take this, and she could take this room and that parrot, or this room and that table. Mm-hmm. Or if she really, really wanted to get the watering can, she could get it and a different color room than the purplish room, magenta looking room there. Or she can, for 2 green tokens, you can add 1 verdancy to any plant. The icons are a little small, but you read them through the rules, you pretty much know what that icon is. The game is not heavy with icons. So we will go until we have a 3x5 area. Now, when you're placing cards, you can move this around up until the point where you can't scoot it over anymore or can't scoot it up and down anymore. That's where you're fixed in either 3 up and... It's always 3 up and down and always 5 across. So you can't end up going a little narrow 5x3 room like this. It must always be placed like this. By the way, you cannot rotate this room to be how you want it. It can't even go upside down, even though it fits there. It has to go with the text matching as it does. Now, these are going to give you points if you can match up the color. So any of these red color cards, they will always have the flower on them. You're going to get 1 bonus point at the end of the game. If you have a red token there, then you are going to get 2 points.
For the surrounding plants.
For these surrounding plants. You notice it says flowers that are directly adjacent, 1 point each. And then you multiply it by 2 if you have a red item here. Unfortunately, I drew a yellow plant and a red room card. I had to place them next to each other. I had no choice.
It's not going to be perfect.
It's not ever going to be perfect, but that's fine. Well, I guess it could. So we're going to play until everyone has their rooms complete. They will always complete on the same turn because you will draft your 13th card and you already start off with 2. So after 13 rounds, the game is complete. And we will score all the verdancy values on each of the completed plants. You'll only score for your completed ones. Any extra verdancy that you have is going to give you 1 victory point for every 2 verdancy anywhere on the board. You're going to score points for your pots. You're going to score points for your rooms. You're going to score points for your items from 1 to 8 different type of items. You can score anywhere from 1 to 25 points for your set of items. And last but not least, the collector and decorator bonuses. If you manage to get 1 of each flower type, you're going to get 3 points. 1 of each room type will also give you 3 points. And that is basically it. That is the normal scoring. We also have decided to include the advanced scoring cards. We did not play with those on our first game, but they seem simple enough. They basically give in-game scoring conditions based on plants and item goals and room goals. So what do we have here? 1 victory point, and there are like 5 or 6. How many of them are there? Let me double check. Plant goals, it looks like there are 8 of them. So I'm assuming there are 8 of each. So your games can be different every time. 1 victory point for each plant with perfectly matching lighting conditions. And I would guess that would include if it's on the corner and matches the 2 that are next to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if a plant was up here in the corner and it was well lit here and here, that would be considered perfect because it perfectly matches the 2 that it could be next to.
Yeah, I agree.
Thumbs up, 1 point for each green thumb token that you have left over at the end of the game. And 2 victory points for each row with unique room types, meaning your entire row has different color rooms going all different color room types all the way across. So, now that's good and bad. You're going to get the 2 points, but you're not going to match the plants on the plant both directions. So you're giving up a few points here in order to get a few more points there. So, still, it's not going to be perfect, so you might as well give it a shot. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that is pretty much all there's to it. Any questions?
No.
You're first.
Oh, you put the thumbs on because I don't have access to them.
Mm-hmm. I will indeed. Would you like to have access to...
No.
I could cheat. They're over here, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'll put 1 up there, colored up. Do you want to have control of the bag?
I can't reach. I'm not like...
You can't reach?
I'm not good at that.
So it looks like a fertilizer bag. Well, that seems fairly good. But you know, I clearly have to take this because I have this angel wing that really needs some love. So, ta-da. And it will thrive in middle light. So, then again, everything up here can thrive in middle light. So I have to consider, if I put it like this scores for yellow or red. You know, this reddish orange. But also, I got to look at these. Oh, look, those don't match. I'm going to have to have. I'm going to have one that can accept both, which those exist up here. That could happen. If it's here, it's much more likely I'm going to get a good match because I've got half light on both of those. Mm-hmm. If I'm putting it on one, I'm probably going to put it on the other. So hey, that actually looks like a really good place to put it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my verdancy on, and at the end of the game, I'm going to get 2 points for this dude instead of 1. Oh, did you color that up? And boom. Oh, we got a small friend. It's our Calico Kitty.
Sure.
Nobody had any questions.
I will use that, which is add 3 to 1 plant.
Oh, by the way, when you finish your plant, you want to be able to get the largest token. That's why they go from 3 to 2 to 1 to nothing. You want to get them as quickly as possible. So you put 3 on that one plant. So it's got 5 out of 9. That's really good. When you finish it, it's 11 points.
That's pretty
good. I mean,
good.
that's really good. Plus, you got a green thumb for that, didn't you?
I did.
Well, isn't that wonderful right here? I don't mind this at all. Now, I definitely wouldn't want to put this here because then I've got dark light and bright sunlight. It's not going to work for well on anything except for this angel wing if I manage to find another one. Clearly, it's not out there. Well, none of it is great.
None of it.
None of it is great. Getting a purple table doesn't thrill me. So putting this here would be great. But a purple table is not great because I already have a table. You want to try to get the good variety of items out.
Yep.
Getting another red room doesn't thrill me. The watering can doesn't thrill me because I don't have plants around everything.
You don't have to use it right away.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to, but you have one spot to put an item.
Yep.
That's the only catch.
You could spend your 2 thumbs to wipe them.
I could. Or I could spend 2 thumbs to take offsets. So I could take a double purple offset.
Sure.
I could take this kitty and this card over here. Now, whenever you color up, you're going to color up the card across and not where you took the token from. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really much good out there. So I think I will probably give up the points for the purple kitty going here. Oh, but that's worth I better go for items like crazy. Taking a big risk doing that. Especially with no purple plants up there.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that's really good for you. Super good for you. I'm going to turn these over. Because turning them out, it's always upside down for me. And color that up. Well, the trowel is not terribly bad. Actually, I sort of wish I'd put that down here now. Actually, if you won't mind that I do that, I've got the 2 darks there. I sort of put it out there without even thinking about it.
Okay.
If you don't mind. There's not any purple plants up there, so it really doesn't help much of anything. And there was already a yellow out, so it's definitely not a strategic decision because of this. I am definitely 3 up and down. Now, here's the thing. With 15 cards, you're going to have different numbers. You're going to have 7 plants in 8 rooms or 7 rooms and 8 plants. So, still not sure what directions to carry all this stuff. I think I'm going to have to go with this. Now, do I want to put it on the mid sun or the dark sun? They're all mid and dark up there, but there's one mid with no dark. I guess I'll do it down here. Trowel I will keep for now because that's 3 different plants getting the verdancy. Mr. Plum in the greenhouse with the trowel. Nice. The card got a little bent up a little bit.
I don't know.
Wow, some really good ones.
I'm going to go with this one.
That's really good. If you hadn't have done it, I was going to do it. If you had not, I was going to do it. All right. Item me up, if you would.
Books.
Books.
Or games, I'm not sure.
Games. You know what? I like games. Games are good. So I get that. This color's up here. Bright sunlight is, well, anything is really good for this nerve plant. Bloop. Give me those books. Actually, some of them are stacked horizontal and some of them are stacked vertical. So you can't even turn this. So you're team horizontal or team vertical. You must be both.
No.
I'd like to direct your attention to these finely stacked horizontal games over here. Is there a good chance we'll see you both at BGG Con in November? There's not a good chance. There is a 115%
115%.
Hello, Duchess.
Hey, Duchess.
11:05.
All ready for Gen Con? Yeah.
I have not been putting my verdancy. I've not had any extra verdancy. That's at 3. Oh, it's a big token. It's 3. This is all just base verdancy here. I've not been putting it. There's 2 there. There's 1 there. Because I'm about to have to use this trowel. So, yes, you want this. That's what you're wanting.
Not that.
Not that. Sorry. You want this. How about this aloe? Oh, look. It's like a circle now.
I don't really like it.
I don't either. Though it is good for healing injuries.
It's not bad. I already have a chair. I'm actually going to wipe them.
That light does not help me at all for aloe. No. You killed the things.
Yeah.
I wanted them.
You don't need them.
Not for these rooms, but I was wanting them for the future because I'm collecting items.
Oh, no.
The parrots really... Those are both really bad for you. Because you already have a parrot and a chair.
It's true.
You're going to have to go with trowel. So, she took those out. She drew 4. Then you put those other ones in the bag. I believe that's the correct way. I really like the tokens for this game, Duchess says. These tokens are really chunky. I really like them a lot. I really like the Verdancy tokens. Not a big fan of the green thumb token just because they don't look like green thumbs to me. They look like a little bit of a mess.
Okay, you.
But quality-wise, the tokens, and then again, this is a prototype, but the tokens are thick enough. These are super thick. These are really good size. Really good thickness.
You have to fill it. You literally have everything.
So even in the case of alien invasion and large cleared dome placed over Texas, you'll be there. Yes. You did not color that up, so hey, it's getting a lot on there. A ZZ plant. What is a ZZ plant?
It's the one that's
I've got
sleeping.
them. It's a sleeping plant? Wow. Man, this is really, really not good. I think I'm going to have to go. Think I'm going to have to split my board, maybe? You don't know.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't like it.
Don't like it. Not one bit.
Nope.
I'm going to put 2 to split my pick.
Wow.
Yes, I did. I'm going to put this here, which is going to give me verdancy in both of these rooms. And I'm going to use the fertilizer to put 3 here. And I'm going to use the trowel to put 3 here, here, and here. That's 7 and 4. giving me 2 of these concrete 3-point dealies with completely grown plants. Ta-da! Ding, ding. Out of the game. ZZ plants are super easy to grow, apparently, but I always think ZZ Top plant. It's a cross between ZZ Top and Robert Plant. Sorry. Gosh. You are like really demanding. Mm-hmm. Every girl's crazy about a sharp dress plant. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Jumpy.
Did you tell him about the different set collections of colors? I forget.
Yes, the collection and decoration goals. You can get 3 whopping bonus points if you can get 1 of each type. Not to mention the row of unique room types, which I'd also mentioned.
I'll take
really
this.
Tasty. Wow, you pulled 2 thumbs.
Adjacent to a single room. Which room do I want to pick? Well, this gets 2 on it. And then add 1 to any plants adjacent to a single room. So this is
that room would take 3. 1 and 2 and 3. You almost filled up. Are these dead?
Yeah.
Did it. All right. Token me up. Token me up. Steph. Hodge.
Did you put a thumb down?
Yes.
How about
I'm down.
How about
I'm down.
Trowel?
If you like trowels, we have a lot of them today. Not a big fan of them at the moment because I have 2 of my plants already grown. Well, I'm building up my plant army here. Boy, this does not like this at all. Nope. This does not like this at all.
Hey, you put it there though.
I could indeed put it. Either of them, I could put it there. You are correct.
Yeah. 3, 4. 2, 3.
Blah. Looking to see whether things will go well into my stack. I mean, 3 thumbs ain't nothing to turn your nose up at. That would be my 4th room across, though, and I need to pay attention to where I want to put everything else. So I do have those issues to look at. Yeah, it's just really bad for me to put this here with a bright sunlight and a dark light right opposite each other because you need to have really specific plants for that.
Yeah, I have that issue right now.
That can really get to be an issue as you go along. I guess I will take this peace lily and I'm going to hold on to my trowel for a minute. That is going to get 2 verdancy on that one. And I hold on to the thumb. Looks like a purple couch. Actually, it's a white couch in a purple room, but you know what I mean. So this has a similar drafting as what game did we play the other night on stream? Cascadia. How you're drafting one side or the other. Or you're drafting sets of them. In Cascadia, it's a land tile and an animal tile. But you're drafting sets of them, or you can split sets by using the tokens the nature tokens that you built up. So it's a similar sort of mechanic. I almost did that, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I have to use that, I guess.
It would probably be good for you to use that.
And that.
In order to save your parrot, anyway.
Add 1 to up to 3.
Add 1 to 3.
Plants.
And you will definitely get one of them, I'm sure.
No.
Yes. Right there?
Yes.
Yes. So there's your 3. You have completed your chestnut vine. Taking it away from me before I could snatch it away from you. I could have done it, but I would have lost a point of my verdancy, and I should have, but was not ready to commit to that yet. All right, you want to token me up? So there's no way to wipe the plants or the rooms. So that ups the challenge quite a bit. Wow, because none of those match any of the rooms that I have right now.
Doesn't have to match. You can put a mismatching
Does not have
thing.
to. Also, if I were to put this, I'm going to lose each row with unique room types. I will have plants with perfectly matched lighting conditions, but that's it. Sadly, it looks like that's going to be my best play. I'm not happy with it though. Meh. I think maybe I'll go here and then use the trowel. All right. Let's see. That's 1 verdancy here. I have to use the trowel to make room for my chair. So I'm going to put my verdancy on. That's going to get me 1 plant done. The nerve plant. The nerve of that plant.
Just not good. What's the next card?
Let's color this up first. So that's the easy way to remember. Don't refill the card until you're sure whether you've colored this up or not, because otherwise it's so easy to forget. How about some jade?
No.
No?
Don't like it.
No.
Just not good.
You've got your color bonuses nice and going there.
Yeah, I just...
You don't sound happy at all.
I got problems.
You got problems?
This is not a good card. Just
none of these cards are good for this coin plant right here
not,
that I have stupidly put right there.
It's not good.
No.
It's just very bad.
It's all gone wrong.
See, nothing can go here.
Yeah, actually something can, but it'd have to be something like this angel wing. Oh, this nerve plant would have also worked.
Yeah, I can't wipe the cards. So.
That's the only problem. Yeah, I had the same issue. I was like, I don't know where I want to go with this.
Could do that.
So yeah, you don't have to check for maximum green thumb tokens until the end of your turn. Same thing with the item storage. You don't have to check that till the end of your turn as long as you have 1 item that you have left in storage and no more than 5 at the end of your turn.
Just take
How about that?
It's not great.
It's a sofa. That's not bad.
That's it.
And that's it. I'm going to color this up. I'm going to roll this over. Oh, look at that red couch. I don't have a red couch. I would like this red couch. But I already have that color.
It's okay.
I would like a different color. That red chair is good, but you're not going. Well, you're not going after the couches or the chairs. It's just too bad that I can't. Well, I'm going to need one more purple room anyway. Have to. Have no choice. So I might as well take. Because I have this chair here and I've got to use it. So that gets my green thumbs. And I guess I'm going to place here. It's not great. I cannot verdancy that up any more than it is. So I'm going to put that up here. And it will have perfect light. Color this up. Boom. Bookshelf. Don't like any of that.
I do.
No. That's the only one with medium light. What are you doing, Steph?
Can I throw away this? Just
Ruiner of dreams. Yes, you can indeed.
Alright, I'll just throw it away.
You throw away a parrot. Hey, small friend, you just killed him.
I should have thrown it away with that, because then I would put that there, but...
You didn't know at the time.
Alright.
Maybe. How about some fertilizer? I did not color that up. Steph, ruiner of dreams.
Ruiner dreams.
I am going to have to... Oh, I can actually put this here. Well, I guess I better make it work because the islands by themselves don't really do a whole lot of nothing unless you have the plant to put with it. Hens and chicks, whatever that means. That is my 7th green item token.
You can't have that many.
I can't at the end of the turn. You are correct. At the end of the turn. Well, this is sort of bad. Because I don't really need... I don't need this as much as I could use the trowels. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this one down here. This coin plant. And I'm going to spend 2 thumbs to do 1 whopping verdancy to this. Giving me the last 2. Nothing left but 1s and terracottas. And I'm down to 5 green thumbs. Color this up. Roll 1 out. Now my 5x3 has been established. Steph's 5x3 has not fully been established. You could still go completely, you could go one side or the other. Have a lot of flexibility. I no longer do.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, that makes sense.
It does a lot. Especially since you can put that there and save your trowel, unless you need to spend your trowel.
I'm going to spend... No, I don't think it matters. So, I'm not going to do it.
Well, it'll get you the 1 point pots instead of the... Don't want to complete any?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Especially with the trowel. Alexa just told you about fertilizing.
Did she?
Fertilizing is a form of the verb fertilize.
And now you started it. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. She's not listening to me right now. Oh. No, you made it dark. I want mid. Look what you did. You ruined her dreams. Ruiner.
Yep.
I think, I sort of want to, put that in good lighting conditions.
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna lose one of them anyway. One of the thumbs anyway. I could spend 2 thumbs to switch out with the travel. I don't need the red chair because I already have a chair. I could wipe.
Yep.
I could wipe the display. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hello.
Hello, Mitsugaru.
Welcome in.
And as I said, I'm gonna wipe the display.
Wiping it. Better things.
Better things. I would love better things right now.
This.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
And this.
Yes. Yeah. No. I have a table and a chair already.
This is Verdant. Verdant.
Verdant.
It is. Going to be on Kickstarter on Tuesday.
It is. I am... Well, I will get a match, but that thing will get 0 good sun. But it will at least be a match if I do that.
Yes. If you like Cascadia, I'm pretty confident you will enjoy this one as well.
I think so. I'm fairly sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got plenty of those. You will not go for that. You might split your choice. You might indeed split your choice. If I take this, I cannot possibly get the one of each room. And I currently am missing one of the plant types. Currently missing a light blue plant. That is a hard choice. Why you do this to me?
Horrible person.
You are the worst.
I only got 3 more cards, and then it's over, so I better do some quick adjusting.
Well, I mean, there's not much adjusting that we could do is the problem. Yep, I think I am going to have to...
Yeah, I screwed that up. I screwed so many things up.
Now, I can put this in a room that is not yellow. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I will score points for it. So I am going to split. I'm going to split my thing and take an African violet.
Yeah, I mean, if you weren't going to take the lamp, I was going to take the lamp.
Right.
So.
Right. So I better take the lamp. This comes out. Another parrot that you really don't want.
I really don't want.
You hate. Yeah.
That stinks.
I hate spending my green thumbs because they are currently worth a point apiece at the end of the game. Normally they're not. Mitsugaru, this is Verdant. Yes. Cascadia is beautiful. This drafting system is a lot like Verdant. I mean, a lot like Cascadia. Remember in Cascadia, you're taking a land tile and an animal. In this, you are taking a center tile in either the plant or the room. And if you spend your tokens like you do your nature tokens, you can take off column sets like that. She took off column set by spending two green thumbs. All right, that goes there. Thumb goes there.
I'm gonna use my travels, I guess.
You better. Oh, I didn't even put. No, I don't have any good light there.
Add 1 up to 3 plants twice.
Yes, that is correct.
So that will complete some things.
That will complete some things.
I get that. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2.
Yes.
3. So 2 more. Yeah.
Did it.
Yeah.
That 1 point for each of those will get you some good points. Yeah, there's good, interesting decisions to be made in this. All right, token me.
These are dead. No. Not
Oh, these
good.
should be back in the bag. Sorry, this is from a pull previously.
Okay.
There's just a bunch of green stuff, so it wouldn't have changed things much. This is all not great. Not horrible, but not great. Let's see. I can... Boy, this thing will have no good sunlight at all. I think I'm going to have to go off script again. Spending 2 more thumbs. Yeah.
Ooh. What are you going to do? Wipe them
No.
again?
No. I am going to take this yellow and this parrot.
Wow.
So I can place that there. Put that there. Color this up.
Woo!
I heard you like some fertilizer.
That is the room I need.
2 more cards for me. 2 more cards for you.
That is the room I need, but I don't need the parrot with it.
No parrot.
Ugh.
Ah.
Do I get to score the unique items twice? If I have multiples of...
Unique items twice.
Like if I have 2 birds, do I get 1 point
No.
in...
Not that I have seen. I will double check while you consider.
Yeah.
Duplicate tokens of the same type do not score. Which is why you threw away that other one.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I will have 7. I will have 7 item types, but I'll also only have 7 rooms, so that's the most I could have had.
See, if I get this one, I would complete and have all the types of plants.
Yes.
But if I get this one, I basically get 4 points just for putting it here.
4 points for putting. Yes, that is correct.
So it's like, might as well just go with this that gets me a bag. I
Get you a bag.
1, and I'll use it and put 3 on it. Maybe I'll complete it. Who knows?
Even if you don't, you're still going to get points for 1 verdancy for every 1 point for every 2 verdancy.
That's true.
All right, throw me 1 on.
So yeah, I didn't get the color bonus, but
Right.
I got the sweet matching bonus.
Sweet matching bonus. That's what we call it in the industry, the sweet matching bonus.
That's right.
Yeah. I did not end up with the plant I needed to get my plant bonus. And you cannot go after any more plants. You can only go after a room.
That's right. I get a room.
So I might be able to.
I'm fine with 2 of the rooms out there.
I
so.
might be able to do well with getting different things, but I'm gonna have to do this just to get the sheer number of thumb tokens, and I can actually use. This is dead, I'm assuming. Because the thumbs are good. This I can put, even though it will not double anything, it is counted as an item. This is a valid play. This gets a verdancy for the sunlight.
Yep.
And then I am going to complete some things probably. Oh, you know what? I can hold it because I'm going to have another thing put right there anyway.
Yep.
Color up.
Put out an orange room with 2 suns.
No, did not happen.
Oops.
No orange, no 2 suns.
So the orange will get me 3 points. Plus.
Because, well, it'll get you 3 points. Because it will give you the verdancy to finish the. Oh yeah, and it will. Nope, it's the wrong direction. Oh, and you can't get that. You can't get the flower pot because you're out of thumbs.
I'm just seeing if I want to do something else. Don't eat the parrot.
Spezio, eat ferret. Sweet kitty's over here, down in my bottom corner. This purple room here, purple room tile.
I don't know what's good.
Well, the dark purple rooms are at least worth a point for the thumb token.
Well, yeah, and I'll get the 2 verdancy, which completes that.
Doesn't help you with the items, though.
Points.
The items suck. Yeah, that would be worth the 3 points for the room set.
And that's about it. But this is probably the better choice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is that the better choice?
Well, 1, I get the thumb, but 2, because I get those, and that actually completes
That turns
it.
into a complete plant.
Yeah. And then I have 2 thumbs, which is 2 points. Well, whatever.
I have 2 thumbs as well.
Doesn't complete another room, though.
Color me it.
Dog!
Whoa.
You have the room
I
to
don't
put a
have.
dog.
I neither have a dog nor the room to put a dog.
I have room to put a dog.
You know what? This will actually have perfect lighting and 2 points and the green thumb. I mean, why would I not do that? And another watering thing. So it gets 2 verdancy for this. I'm going to be 1 short on verdancy for completing this thing.
You could use 2 thumbs.
I should use 2 thumbs because 2 will bring me 5. All right, so 2 waters will give me water all around, right? So that will give me enough water to complete this.
Hey, quicksand.
Enough water to bring this to 4. That's just not going to get done. Not possible. 2 thumbs will bring this to a 5. Because currently it's worth, this is worth 2. And 2 more is 4.
Plus 1.
It's plus 1 point. I might as well. I might as well. And it's perfectly sunny, so that's another good thing. All right, so there are score pads in this. So this is where Steph beat me 80-82.
That was close.
It is close.
I think you got me this time.
See, it looks gray and blurry, but it is really very green.
It's very green.
It is very green. Let's see what we got here. All right. Another M and another S. We just want plant numbers here. Just the raw plant numbers. Mine's not good. Mine's less than it was before. You had more rooms, I had more plants.
30.
You see your diagonals?
33.
I also had 33. So that was, both of those are lower than my last times. Extra verdancy divided by 2. Looks like you got 7.
Yeah, a lot.
So 3 points. So that's a slight lead on you. Planters. Oh, I gave myself points for this, I think. 5, 8, 10, 17, 21, 24, 29. I do not have 33. I have 29.
Mm-hmm. Cheating, I see.
Well, I did catch it. I could have let it go. But no, I am honest. I'm not the traitor. All right, back to this. 2, 4, 7, 9, 12.
6.
Well, that catches me up a little bit. You're ahead by a point, I think. Room matches. So how this scores is, all right, you see this is the yellow room. It would normally score 1 for each, but has some matching item in it. So I will get 2 for each. So this is 2, 4, 6. It's best to do these one at a time. Here, 8, here, 10, 12, here, 14, here, nothing, here, 16, here, nothing, 16. I believe that is correct. Oh no, did I count both of those? One more time. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, nothing, 10, 12, 14, 16, nothing, 18, 20, 22. I don't know what I was thinking. I got like 22 points here.
16.
I'm such a cheater. Counting myself low now. You had 16? That's good. You had a lot of light blue, like everywhere. Had this one had light blue next to it, I would have scored 1 each because this does not match. These have to match to be able to get the times 2. Now, it still counts as an item, as a unique item, but it does not count for matching light blue vine plants. The light blues, I believe, are chestnut vines, philodendrons. Yeah, you got, those are vine plants. All right, now we are looking for item bonuses. I've got 7 for 20. You have more rooms.
I have 5.
You have 5? That is surprising for 12. One of each plant. Did you get it? You did not get it. You didn't get the yellow plant.
Or the room.
You didn't get the rooms?
No.
Oh, I thought you for sure get one of those at least. Each plant with perfectly matching lighting conditions.
1, 2.
No.
3, 4. I only got 4.
2. That obviously does 3, 4. No. 5, 6. You got 4. 1 for each green thumb token. 3. 2. 2 for each row with unique room types. 6 and 6. Correct? Yes.
I got destroyed.
Doesn't look good for Team Steph.
Nope.
29, 39, 41, 61, 81, 83, 89, 92, 98. Now, again, the points aren't quite the same because I scored 15 points of stuff we didn't even do. We didn't even do the bonus things last game. You see the little crosses through the little advanced scoring conditions here. We didn't even play with those. So the scores are not going to match with last time, but 33, 36.
Yeah, I did worse than last time, I'm sure.
42, 52, 62, 70, 82, 82 to 98. I'm not sure that. Yeah, you can sort of see it. He is not a trader, but he is a Cylon. That is true. So that is Verdant.
That's cool. I like the choices.
I like it. Yeah, it's got the advanced scoring conditions are not that advanced. If you've played any number of board games, these are not difficult to add in, even from your first play. Yeah. We've gotten bit a few times by going with the advanced conditions, and so we're like, yeah, let's not play with them. But clearly, they're super easy to add in. So yeah. I like the puzzle aspect of it. Yeah, I know you like puzzle games like this, trying to find out the best places to place everything to maximize your bonuses. So
I really like the number 82. Yeah.
Oh, did she get it last? Did she get 82 last time? Yeah. Oh, you did. Wow, that's amazing. Personal best. And she had extra scoring conditions.
That's right.
Things just didn't go your way, I guess. What happened?
Well, you got all of the unique tokens that we saw, like the cat and the lamp. You got those before I even had a shot at getting them.
Oh, because they popped out and I snatched them up?
And then it came down to, like, cards where I could go for the color differences or I could just score points for what they were. And I'm like, well, it's about the same difference. If I had the choices earlier, I could have made the choices earlier, and then it would have mattered more. I think I got a lot of extra...
Do you think you could have sneaked them away from me?
I think I got a lot of extra green last time to help fill in my higher value plants.
Right.
So I didn't have any leftovers at the end, really. The last game. But this game I had
last game I was like, I got these trowels and nothing to spend them on because I had like finished off everything quickly. I think my plants were lower value. But they weren't as low this game as they were. I mean, they weren't as low last game as they were this game. They were exceedingly low. Look, Steph got 39 points in plants, just in plants last
That's
game.
what I mean. I had all my high ones filled. I mean, this game I could have had a 7 and an 8 if they were filled.
Right.
So, and whatever those points were worth.
But you know the fertilizers were not coming out. And you need good fertilizer for those because it's 3-on-1.
Yeah, I got a lot of fertilizers last game. Yeah. That helped.
That really helps.
For the higher value points.
But you know, that's also, I did not have as high of an item score. Like you had all the items last time. I didn't have as high of an item score because I focused on the fertilizer. And then by the middle of the game, I had nothing to spend my stuff on. And I was like, I think I got the green ones too early. You should do them at the end.
And I think I was worrying about the advanced a little bit too much. The advanced cards when they're not worth like that much, they're good to get and think about. But
it was 15 for me and 12 for you, so they are good.
But I was focused on it.
You were focused too much. Yeah.
And I should have just taken what I want when I want. It didn't matter, and hopefully lucked into getting some of the end game bonus points for those cards.
That's true.
So,
yeah, and I think a couple times you second and third guessed yourself. Yeah, they like blend right in these little terracotta plants. And I think you second and third guessed yourself a few times, and you like talked yourself out of, hey, should I get this room that might complete the set, and then get the plant that completes the set or not, and then you zigged and should have zagged and
yeah.
Because I could see you questioning yourself whether you should do it or not.
I say it's the same amount of thinky as Cascadia.
Yeah, I think they're really similar level games, I think. I agree.
For weight, yeah. It's
totally
very,
agree.
very much equivalent.
Yeah.
I don't think one is more thinky than the other, so.
Cascadia may be,
I mean,
there may be a little bit more going on with Cascadia.
There could be just because the animals all score differently.
Plus, you've also got the region bonuses to think
true.
about. When you place your land, you want to make sure to get the largest regions. And sometimes you might take one region because it shuts the other person out of points.
I mean, yeah. But you're still trying to think about how to place these things. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a different sort of placement in this.
Yes.
But so if Cascadia is higher, it's like this much higher. But ultimately, if you like Cascadia, you'll like Verdant, I think.
I think so too. Kickstarter Tuesday. Play it.
Back it. Check it out.
Yes.
From Flat Out Games, they will surely appreciate you mentioning that you saw the video here, and so put us in the comments in Kickstarter, and
yeah, it'd be
say
nice.
that you saw it here. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.